Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB, episode 42.
Indeed. We are very old. So today we are back to kind of our more normal format. We are going to be drinking a very classic Taiwanese Oolong. I think we'll be wrapping up on Taiwanese Oolongs pretty soon just because we've drank so many of them.
We say that now, but
yeah,
I have my doubts.
Wait for a couple weeks. but we'll be drinking the very, very classical Dong Ding Oolong. And this one looks nice and dark and roasty. And this is our first review from EcoCha. And I've never tasted this tea, so this is kind of a blind tasting for both of us.
Yeah, it looks wonderful, high quality, small leaves. Looks great.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, alright. Well, we shall start. Heat our teaware.
So, Dong Ding in the Taiwanese style is normally very roasted. You'll find some moderately roasted and kind of greener Dong Dings. I actually enjoy the whole breadth of them, but I do enjoy the classic one in particular. It's just lovely. It's got nutty roasted flavors, very traditional roasted oolong.
Yeah.
But quite nice.
Yeah, because so many of the high mountains kind of trend towards that really trendy green, minimally oxidized style. It's rare to find darker teas from up the mountain. So Dong Ding is one of the highest places you actually can find kind of these commonly like nice and roasted teas.
And this is a spring 2013, so it's going to be relatively fresh. With heavily oxidized rolled oolongs, you know they're going to last a lot longer and age better than really nice, creamy, than a Japanese green tea that you should keep in your fridge, basically. So this is going to be a good purchase for a new tea drinker that might want to buy something a little bit more, like maybe in bulk and keep it, and kind of cover your roasted oolong base. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. And again, this is a blind tasting. How much leaf are you using here?
So we are using 6.5 grams, about that, for a 100 milliliter gaiwan.
Cool.
So pretty standard as far as Taiwanese teas go. Do a quick rinse here.
And believe it or not, this is the first cup of tea I've had today. So I don't think I've ever been able to say that on a previous episode of TeaDB.
Yes,
but
we are tea fiends here at TeaDB.
yeah, I'm not feeling nearly as hot as I normally do when I start an episode of TeaDB. So already with our first steeping, the gaiwan is half full of wet leaf. Beautiful. And the aroma is fantastic.
Yep.
Not as intensive an aroma as the greener Dong Dings that I've had.
For sure.
But that's because of the roasted flavor.
Yep. So we can expect kind of a more of a nutty flavor, a roasty, nutty flavor. That is very nice and kind of like the darker seasons. Okay, so it's still pretty light liqueur. Brownish, very clear. That's nice.
It looks like it's very clear, which is always a good sign in terms of quality. So anytime you see sort of muddy, milky, cloudy.
Yeah, clarity is a good thing, generally speaking.
Yeah, absolutely. But I totally agree. It does look like it's going to be a little bit of a thin first brew here. How long did you brew it for? Hardly any time.
15, 20 seconds.
Yeah. Cheers. Surprising amount of flavors and taste packed into that little guy.
Yeah.
Really nice, kind of your traditional taste, a little bit of fruit in there.
Yep, the roast looks pretty medium. It doesn't look super heavy or super light either. So a pretty well-balanced Dong Ding, I would say.
Yeah, it's just hitting the spot. Wonderful, and for the first steeping, actually performing quite well. I usually err on the side of a longer steeping for my first steeping with the roasted oolong, so I'm intrigued by this. We'll have to bring on some of these things on our potential TeaDB lab.
Indeed. Give it a real stress test, see how these... I think this would actually do okay. I think roasted teas might do okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wonderful, very dark leaves, very verdant green. Not...
somewhat toasty.
Yeah, toasted, definitely.
Yep. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah.
Very nice, yeah. A little bit of creamy notes.
Mm-hmm.
So comparing this to other teas, it's not particularly floral, it's not particularly grassy, it's not particularly sour.
Yep.
Not very metallic, so more of the roasted flavors. I'm not getting the chocolatey roast that I would get off of something kind of more like a black tea, but definitely have that kind of nutty roast.
Yep.
Really nice.
And so what Eco-Cha does is they package this tea in like a gift set of 5 different teas.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them are greener, Jinchuan Shui Yu and a High Mountain Shanlishi. And then they also do a Gui Fei one, and then this is the roasted one. So if you're interested in this type of tea, you can get it kind of in this 37.5 gram package from Eco-Cha.
And thank you guys for sending us your tea. Always appreciated. We love it.
Yeah.
If you guys are out there, vendors out there, please feel free to get a hold of us. We love to talk about tea and review it.
Yeah, let's give this guy another go.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. So this is, for me, I'm kind of anticipating the best steeping.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the last one was not quite full-bodied, but still flavorful and tasty.
Yep.
And
that's totally normal. We're not saying there's a flaw in the
Not
body.
at all.
That's just a factor of the leaves opening up since it's a rolled oolong.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the actual tea leaves themselves have expanded completely into the Gaiwan now at this point. So getting that.
Yeah, so a
and then
darker,
the core is just
fuller
so much
flavor.
darker, yeah.
Still really good clarity on this tea. Yeah, so Eco-Cha actually, they're based in central Taiwan, and that's where Dongding is. So they specialize in those types of teas. So they actually have a very small amount of teas, but they're almost all in that area. And so Shanlishi, it's like the mountain that's just an hour away from Dongding. So that's where they get their high mountain teas from, and Dongding is, it should theoretically be very good since they're based right there.
Absolutely. And a little bit about Eco-Cha. Eco-Cha actually means a sip of tea, I guess.
Yep.
But part of their meaning is, please go ahead, I'll speak, is about the sort of ecology behind tea and producing a sustainable tea to be exported here in the United States. So kind of a double meaning there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and they're very, very new venture. Their website is really gorgeous. So they focus a lot on giving good descriptions, talking about their sources. Transparency and stuff like that should be really important if your focus is kind of like that environmentally, eco-conscious kind of effort.
What do you think of this?
It's good. It's definitely evolving. It's a much thicker body.
Yeah, absolutely. Little, almost on the brink of bitterness in a good way. I think
which I
perfectly
actually
brewed.
didn't expect.
Yeah, neither did I. And I get, instead of that bitterness that I would actually taste, I'm getting more of that kind of mineral-y stuff going on. So I rescind what I said earlier. And yeah, wonderful. Body is definitely there this time. I think we'll even see that this next steeping will be sort of the...
Yeah.
Getting
kind of this grainy mineral texture to it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of the Taiwan Wui, how it finishes, not on the second steep, but maybe on like the fifth or sixth steep.
Sweet smell inside of the cup. Wonderful.
Yeah.
This is really nice, high quality, and the leaves have opened up wonderfully now at this point. I think a couple of the other things I look for when I am buying rolled oolongs is a uniformity in the tea leaf size. So that does have an impact on brewing. Obviously, if you have huge leaves that are rolled up, including sort of the 3 main leaves, even maybe the next 2 leaves, versus just the topmost young leaf, for instance, you're going to have a diversity of the opening rate of the leaves themselves and the liquid. It's going to impact the brewing, so forth. I'm noticing here that the leaves are relatively the same size and high quality with stems. I think it's quite nice.
Yeah. So here's a question for you.
Sure.
So we were just starting to get, and I asked this to all my vendors doing the vendor profiles. So if we were just to start getting going on Taiwanese oolongs per se, we wanted to really explore it. Like what would be kind of the categories of tea that you would recommend?
That's a great question. Okay. So I would say some sort of high mountain green
Yeah.
oolong.
Mm-hmm.
Something like for an intro, kind of like an Alishan.
Yeah, something not too high to
Not
drink
crazy.
the bank. But yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something like a Chin-hsin, even though I hardly drink that at all anymore, just to kind of show different cultivars and stuff like that.
Sure. I think something like this would be perfect for kind of hitting your roasted side of things. I think this is a great recommendation when just starting out. It's delicious and high quality. I think maybe throwing in some variety in both the something like a baozong as well as something like a wui.
Yeah.
So
if you can find a Taiwan Wui, or as I would say, one of your favorite teas, Oriental Beauty.
Yeah, and those are kind of fringe teas that are not necessarily demonstrative of what you're going to find on average, but are nevertheless really interesting Taiwanese teas.
There's nothing quite like Oriental Beauty in Taiwan other than Oriental Beauty.
Yeah, very true, and that's why it's so fun. And beyond that, it's delicious.
Yep.
Cool.
So where can someone find out more about tea?
Well, the internet. This is a great resource. Specifically, there's a website, TeaDB.org. Check us out. We're producing content every Tuesday. We got a new episode out for you guys. There are tons of articles that James has written interviewing vendors for different oolongs and different teas all over the place. We have a bunch of different video content reviews of tea. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And check out EcoCha. So I think they're eco-cha.com. Yep, check them out. Fantastic teas, accessible prices.
Yep, pretty,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would recommend them from what I've had so far. And next week we'll be reviewing, I think, probably one of the more interesting teas that they sent our way, which is a high mountain concubine oolong.
Huh.
Gui Fei Mei Ren.
Cool.
Yep. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers. Take care.